Today, I am here to give y'all the official 2025 Formula One driver lineup. All the speculation can officially go to rest. We got a full confirmed grid, and I'm going to talk to y'all about each and every single team. So enough said here, on to the intro we go.
I'm Chase Briscoe, driver number 14 Ford Mustang for Stewart Haas Racing, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
We're going to start it off by talking about the McLaren driver lineup. You got Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. They're coming off two great seasons. Both drivers are. And I believe there will be a force to reckon with in the Drivers' Championship this year. And they're actually one of the top four teams that did not change a single driver at all this year. I find it very hard to believe, but it's true. But next, you got Red Bull. Red Bull's got Max Verstappen coming back. Obviously, there was a lot of people doubting that at the beginning of the 2024 season when all the things were happening behind closed doors between Christian Horner and Red Bull talk executives. And it looked like everything settled down and Verstappen's going to be there practically for his whole career. And Sergio Perez recently got the boot, and Liam Lawson is getting that ride over Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo. Righty here, moving on, you got Mercedes. Mercedes had a tough decision to make. Lewis Hamilton left the team back in January, or he decided to leave the team to go to Ferrari, and they had a big void to fill. Were they going to go and find a proven veteran, or were they going to go get someone young, like Kimi Antonelli, a Formula 2 driver? He just turned 18 back in August. He's going to be alongside George Russell. And George Russell ended off the 2024 season on a high note. And it actually ended on a high note when it comes to controversy, too. Because we saw him and Max Verstappen get into it in Qatar. And we saw a lot of things happen in Abu Dhabi in the press conferences. And I'm telling you, I am here for it. And it's going to be very exciting next year. Moving on, you got Ferrari. Like I said, Lewis Hamilton's going over there. He's going to be alongside Charles Leclerc. And that driver lineup right there, if they cannot win a Constructors' Championship, there is something wrong. There's no other way around it. You cannot beat around the bush. They got to win the Constructors. If they don't do that, Fred Vasseur may be gone. I'm just being honest here. Aston Martin, you got Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll coming back. There's no changes being made there. And I expect this team to start off the year similar to Alpine in 2024, where they started at rock bottom. But eventually, as the season went on, they got better and better and better. I think Adrian Newey is going to help out this team in the long run. Obviously, his effect in 2025 is going to be minimal. But come 2025 with the new regulations, I believe, who knows, this team right here could make a big jump. I think they can actually win a championship in 2026, whether that's Fernando Alonso or the Constructors' title. Time will tell. That's my wild prediction. Way too early wild prediction, if you will. Moving on, you got Alpine. Esteban Ocon got the boot. Jack Doohan's in his car alongside Pierre Gasly. Gasly ended off the year on a high note, so did the team. I got high hopes for them this year. Moving on, you got Haas, Ollie Behrman, and Esteban Ocon. I don't really know how I feel about this lineup. Oliver Behrman has done a lot in Formula 2, and I believe he is worthy of his chance. But Esteban Ocon is hit or miss in Formula 1. There's weekends he looks like the best driver on the grid in the machinery he's got. There's also some weekends like, why in the world is he in a Formula 1 car? Is he one of the best 20 drivers in the world? Negative. He's not. But he's like that, and I just don't see how his relationship is going to work out with Haas. I really don't know. I hate to be a hater, but I'm just being real with you. Righty here, moving on, you got Williams, you got Alexander Albon and Carlos Sainz, and this right here is very interesting to me because Alexander Albon was the lead dog, the big guy on campus, if you will, at Williams, and everybody looked up to him. But now, with Logan Sargent and Franco Colapinto out the door, you got Carlos Sainz coming in. And Carlos Sainz is, no offense, not a Franco Colapinto nor Logan Sargent. He is actually way better. He's a multiple Grand Prix race winner. And Albon's attention is going to go away, and it's going to be all on Carlos Sainz. And I believe at the end of the day that will get to him. He will struggle. But how would he handle it, though? I just don't see how this is going to work out with both of them drivers. They're too competitive. Sainz is going to blow people away with some of his performances, and Albon's going to struggle because Albon did struggle this year. There's no need to beat around the bush. He had some moments this year which were kind of iffy, wrecking out lap 1 in Japan, wrecking a lot of cars in the second half of the year. I just don't see how, if he carries on with that, he's going to beat the team in 2026. I just don't see how it works out because Franco Colapinto is going to be knocking on the door. Yes, he'd wrecked a lot of cars also, but he's very young. Alexander Albon's not that young. He's been in Formula One since, 2019? There you go there. Alrighty here, moving on. You got the State Kick F1 team. This one right here is very interesting, and here's why. Got Gabriel Bartoletto and Nico Hulkenberg. They're not expecting a whole lot this year. This year is practically going to be one big test session with 24 races, and they're going to try to get the most out of the car, obviously, and try to get a point or two, but they're not going full board this year because the new regulations are the following year, and they're saving all their money and equipment for that. So there you go there. I don't expect much from them this year, maybe not a point at all. Right here, last one, Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, Yuki Tsunoda. It's going to be alongside Isaac Hadjar. I don't know how I feel about Isaac Hadjar. At the beginning of the Formula 2 year, I had some, I believed he would do all right, but as the season went on, he started to choke his championship, and by the end of the year, he finally did, and I don't know if he's worthy of the F1 promotion yet. I really don't. And I believe Iwasa would be a phenomenal pick for the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, and so would Franco Colapinto. And there's many other drivers like Valtteri Bottas. Maybe here's a wild Antonio Giovinazzi, Zhou Guanyu. I can keep on going on and on with drivers. But Isaac Hadjar, it just it makes me ponder, like, what's going on here? He didn't do too hot in the second half of the Formula 2 championship, in my opinion. Bartoletto won it by a landslide. He just had to chase the gap down. But there you go there. There is the official 2025 Formula 1 driver lineup. Who do you think is going to win in Constructors? I believe it has to be Ferrari. If it's not Ferrari, changes will be made in 2026, and Fred Vasseur may be the change. But I got Ferrari. Who do you got? Comment down below. I am very curious to know. Please like and subscribe.